Hi, Holly. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. To everyone watching this from the comfort of their home, hopefully you know me. I'm Lauren Lovett, MD of the UK Blog Awards, and I'm joined by the lovely Holly from a branch of Holly, who is blogger, social media marketeer extraordinaire. I think there are 1,000 words to describe this wonderful person. But yeah, I just really wanted to take this opportunity to interview you, Holly, and for our viewers and readers to kind of get to know a little bit more about you, and of course to share a bit of news, or 2 bits of news with them a little later on. So tell me about you, Holly. Who are you? Where you come from? All the Cilla Black questions.
All the questions. Well, I'm Holly. I've been blogging now for over 5 years, which seems insane. And so that's one thing I actually relate to a lot of people in my audience, because I kind of feel like a lot of people look at the big bloggers and they can't like relate in a way, but I always say like I have been where you are, I've been where you've been talking to no one, and so I started at the bottom and I've worked my way up, so much so that I now run my own online marketing coaching business. So I do sort of social media management for brands, but I'm quite particular about the brands that I do work with. But the main bulk of it is the online marketing coaching. So I coach and sort of mentor bloggers and business owners at any stage of their journey to grow their visibility online. So we can cover all sorts of things, SEO, content marketing, social media, pitching to brands, all that jazz. And it's just incredible. I absolutely love what I do, and the amount of people that I get to meet and speak to on a daily basis, it's just incredible. It's just so rewarding.
And why did you get into it? Why did you start blogging?
I started blogging because I just finished uni and I was taking a gap year and I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. And I remember I was looking for workout programs and workout ideas, and I came across this review of a workout program on a blog, and then it turned out that this person who'd reviewed this workout program was like created like blog templates. And I was like, oh, and then I got thrown into this whole world of blogging, and I was like, okay, this seems like something I could do. So that's how that started. And then my sort of knowledge came from the fact that I worked in quite a lot of digital marketing agencies. And I got so engrossed in it that I just taught myself everything. And then people started coming to me and asking me questions about blogging and stuff like that. And I was like, maybe I could do something with this. And it's just it's evolved really naturally. It's almost seemed like the coaching and the mentorship has also like just been like a natural progression in a way. So that's how it sort of evolved from there.
Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. Yeah, because I think for a lot of bloggers, especially bloggers at the beginning of their careers, maybe it's that maybe they can feel like they're the only ones, and they they come up against loads of problems and they think, oh, no one else must have come up against these problems. But you actually share on Twitter and on your blog a lot of kind of like the teething problems, a lot of the issues that bloggers maybe don't have time or don't have the experience to kind of think about, don't you?
Yeah, and I think that's such an important thing, because at the moment there's a lot of people who are selling, make 6 figures in 30 days or become an overnight success, and it's just it doesn't work like that. No. And I've always said one of my key values is just honesty and transparency. So I do like daily vlogs on my YouTube channel, and most of that is just me getting annoyed at not being able to upload my YouTube cover photo because it's not the right size or something going wrong, and I think it's important to share these things so people not only see that it takes time, but also that it's really hard work. And like you'll know as well as me, like you've got to put in so much work if you want to build something that's sustainable and successful.
And it is hard, I think, especially if you're not an expert, or you're not if you don't have experience in all the stuff that no one tells you about, like the SEO, the back end website geeky techie stuff, even things like resizing an image or uploading a YouTube video and the description, and does it matter if I put hashtags in or not? I don't know. Most people, when you start your blogging journey, you just think, well, I just want to write about what I love, but actually you have to be a digital marketeer, an SEO expert. And so my question, I guess, around that is, did you start off your journey thinking about, actually, I'm going to create this content in a really easy to understand, helpful format? Or did that just evolve because that's what your readership sort of engaged with?
Yeah, well, I started off as just like a lifestyle blog, like probably everybody else did. And it was just a way I just wanted somewhere to document my life. So it was just like, like outfits, music, thought pieces. But I'd say one of the things that has evolved the most, and I think actually got better, is my content. And that's not only from sort of understanding what people want, but it's also keeping up with what actually works. Because it's like, you can't just put up a wall of 500 words and expect someone to read it. It's just, no one's going to read that. And so one of the things that has evolved the most is my content, but at the heart of it is I don't do it based on, what's Google going to like, what looks better. It's all got to be from, okay, what are people going to engage the most with? What's going to like hit home for them? And so that's something that's sort of definitely evolved. But I think even if you have no writing experience whatsoever, I was quite lucky that writing's always been something that I've wanted to do. If you start a blog and you've had no writing experience, it can make you such a good writer. It's unbelievable how, and like all the other skills it can give you as well. It's just never ending.
I'm right in thinking, mainly because, I asked if I could interview you for this call, that you are launching a podcast.
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us why, when, how, what's it called? What can people get from it? Tell us everything.
I've wanted to start a podcast for so long, but with things going on in the business, and I haven't had enough time to dedicate to it. And I knew that there would be, because my blog posts are like meaty. They are 1,500 plus words. And I when I started filming YouTube videos, I thought, I love talking to the camera. I love communicating to people through the spoken word. And a podcast seemed like the natural next step to take. But I wanted to do something different, because a lot of podcasts at the moment are either very interview based, which is fine, or they might be different based on different topics, but they're all the same format. And I thought, I need to have some sort of way of doing this differently. So a teaser went up today, Friday, and the official launch is going to be Friday the 16th of November.
Right.
And the podcast is called Blog It, Boss It Radio, which I love.
That is amazing. It's an amazing title. Blog It, Boss It Radio. Write it down, people.
Write it down. And it's basically going to be a Q&A podcast. So it's not just going to be me like plucking a topic out of thin air and talking about it. It's going to be every single week I will be answering a question from someone in my community who has asked me a question or said they're struggling with a certain problem, and talk around that. So it could be, I've got 3 episodes ready for the launch day, and those are how to get started when you are filled with fear and you can't start. That's one of the questions, which I think is so relatable. Yeah. Another one is, how can I grow my blog traffic really quickly? Another one is how I'm struggling to manage everything. How do I find work-life balance? All sorts of topics, all related to online marketing, being a blogger, being a business owner. And it's just another way for me to provide value to people in an easy to consume way, because you can do it while you're walking the dog, while you're making your dinner. I know people now that listen to podcasts when they're at the gym. So it's so powerful. Yeah. And so I had to take advantage of that for me, but then as well, it's going to be so beneficial for people who listen to it as well. So it's going to be available on my blog. It's going to be available on basically all the platforms: iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher. So you can listen to it basically from wherever you want. But yeah, Friday the 16th, it officially launches. But there's a teaser up at the moment just telling you what you can expect.
Fab. And for those of you who are watching this video on the UK Blog Awards website, if you look down the page, there will be a link up. As soon as you can get it, we'll put the link up so that you can click on it and go check out Holly's podcast. That's amazing. And by the sounds of it, it's not just about the kind of techie, more detail-oriented questions. It sounds like you're going to do bits around mindset as well, and the kind of actual kind of confidence building and things like that. So that's, you can kind of get a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And that side of it has only recently been I've only recently started dabbling into that, and that's come from my coaching clients, because every single person that I work with, one of the main struggles is always confidence. Whenever they send me an inquiry or we have our first call, or it's like, I really struggle with putting myself out there, I can't get in the right mindset. And so that for me seems like such a key area to focus on. It would be silly just not to talk about it.
You know, just to let you watching know that you've probably seen a bit of a step change in the social media content that's gone out on behalf of the UK Blog Awards on our Instagram, Facebook and Twitter platforms. And the reason that is so awesome recently is because of this amazing woman who I am interviewing right now. Holly is the brains, the passion, the heart behind it all. She agreed to work with us, I want to say a month ago, but I think it's been about a month. Yeah. And you know, she definitely hit the ground running, and the impact has been incredible. So if people want to talk to you, Holly, whether that's with coaching or whether that is to maybe discuss whether you'd work with them or not, how can people get hold of you?
You can go to my website, which is abranchofholly.com. It's currently being redesigned, so you probably won't be able to access it yet, but that's the hub. I'm on all the social media platforms, of course, or you can email me directly, and it's hi@abranchofholly.com.
Amazing. hi@abranchofholly.com. Fab.
Yep.
We will put Holly's contact details down there anyway, so you can click through from the website. But no, Holly, I think it's really exciting, the podcast. I will definitely be listening. Yes. I am one of those weird people that listens to a podcast at the gym. I know that's crazy, but
really you're not the only one.
It distracts me from the absolute monotony of being on a treadmill or a bike. So I'll be listening to it. But yeah, thank you so much. And obviously we are so grateful that we get to work with you. And all I can say to anyone watching this video is, even if you just want a discovery call with Holly, or you want to talk to her from a coaching perspective, you know, this woman knows what she's talking about, and you should tap into that. She's, you know, one of our crown jewels in the blogging network. And you know, we want you guys to be able to talk to her, because that's what this whole thing is about. The Blog Awards is about creating that community so that you can meet people like Holly. But thank you so much for your time, Holly. This has been amazing.
Yeah, I've loved it.
I'll talk to you regularly. We'll get together.
Yeah.
Thanks, Holly. Bye-bye.
Bye.